At first, when she has you, she doesn't see your value clearly. It's not that she's blind to the things you do, or that she doesn't notice your consistency, your loyalty, your care. It's that your effort becomes so normal in her life that she stops appreciating it. She gets used to the way you show up, to the little details you pay attention to the steady presence you bring into her world. And over time, that presence becomes something she assumes will never fade. She convinces herself that no matter what she says or does, you'll always be there. This is where the shift begins. The slow and subtle process of her taking you for granted. It rarely happens in one big moment. Instead, it creeps in gradually, in ways that are easy to overlook but impossible to ignore once you notice them. It's in the way she expects you to reply instantly while she takes her time. As if your attention is automatic while hers is optional. It's in the way she expects you to plan the dates, to make the effort, to hold the structure of the relationship while she just benefits from it. It's in the way she assumes your loyalty is a guarantee, something fixed, something she can test without consequences. Every time you show patience with her disrespect or overlook her taking too long to acknowledge your effort, she starts to think you'll never walk away. She doesn't realize in those moments that your patience is not weakness but strength. She doesn't realize that every man has a breaking point. To her, your consistency feels endless, like a resource that will never run dry. It's only when that resource is gone that she begins to understand how valuable it truly was. Asterisk, when you finally walk away, her first instinct isn't to regret losing you. It's to convince herself that she's fine, that she's better off without you. Oh, she is. She tells herself she's free now, free from responsibility, free from effort, free from having to appreciate the man who stood by her side. She tries to drown the silence you leave behind with noise, friends, parties, endless scrolling, attention from strangers. She starts telling herself a story that she's living her best life. At first, she might even believe it. She might post smiling pictures, surround herself with people, and act as if she doesn't miss you at all. That's her ego speaking. That's her pride trying to protect her from the truth. But distractions never replace depth. She can fill her calendar, but she can't fill the void. The new men who show interest don't study her the way you did. They don't remember her small habits, her favorite drink, or the way her voice changes when she's nervous. They aren't patient with her moods, and they aren't invested in her growth. They only want what's easy. They want her surface, not her soul. And no matter how much she tells herself she has options, deep down she feels the difference. She may not admit it right away, but slowly it sinks in. She didn't just lose a boyfriend. She lost a man who gave her emotional safety. She lost the calm you brought to her storms, the stability you gave when her emotions spun out of control. And the longer she goes without it, the clearer it becomes. The freedom she celebrated starts to feel empty. Excitement of new attention fades. And that's when she begins to sense what she really lost: something rare, something irreplaceable, something her distractions will never give her back. Asterisk, her regret never arrives all at once. It doesn't strike in the moment you walk away. At first, she believes she made the right decision, or she tells herself she doesn't care. But regret has a way of creeping in slowly, like water seeping through cracks, showing up in waves she can't control. The first wave usually comes when she notices you smiling without her. Maybe you post a picture looking happy, maybe a mutual friend casually mentions that you're doing well. Or maybe she runs into you unexpectedly and sees you laughing with people who aren't her. That small glimpse of your joy without her bruises her pride. She told herself you would crumble, that you would keep chasing, that you would always need her. Seeing you thrive without her shakes that belief. The second wave tends to hit her in private, often late at night. She'll be scrolling through her phone, bored or restless, and your name will cross her mind. She'll type out a message, maybe just hey or something casual, but she won't send it. Pride stops her. She'll delete it, write it again, delete it again, and repeat the cycle over and over. In those quiet hours, she feels your absence the strongest. She realizes the silence between you isn't just her choice anymore. It's yours too. The third wave is the hardest for her to escape. It comes when she realizes that no one else is pursuing her with the same depth you did. Other men may give her attention, but they don't bring the same consistency, effort, or care. They don't stay through her storms the way you did. What? That's when regret becomes permanent. That's when she knows the truth. She had something rare, something real, and she let it slip away. Asterisk, what begins to eat at her most is the truth that you cannot be replaced. At first, she thinks she can move on easily, that there will always be another man waiting to step into your place. She believes the world is full of options, full of men willing to give her attention, and in a way, she's right, attention is everywhere. But quality is not. She quickly learns that while men are happy to compliment her, to spend a night with her, or to entertain her for a while, very few are willing to invest in her the way you did. Very few want to build with her, protect her, or truly see her. This realization doesn't hit her all at once, but it grows heavier every time she compares the shallow attention she receives now to the deep commitment you gave her then. The calm you brought to her chaos is what she misses the most. She remembers how your presence balanced her emotions, how your patience kept her grounded when her feelings spun out of control. She recalls the way you made her feel safe, not just physically but emotionally, in a way that no one else ever has. Those moments, once overlooked as ordinary, now feel like luxuries she may never find again. And that emptiness follows her everywhere she goes. But the cruelest part of this regret is that by the time she realizes your worth, you are no longer the same man she once knew. Walking away from her forced you to grow. The heartbreak pushed you to rebuild yourself, to sharpen your self-respect, to stand taller in your independence. You are stronger now, wiser, more disciplined. She misses you, but the version she misses no longer exists. And that truth cuts her deeper than anything else ever could. Asterisk, eventually, she may circle back, trying to find a way into your life again. It won't always be bold or direct. Instead, it will be subtle, liking an old photo of yours, suddenly. Viewing your stories after months of silence, sending a casual message as if nothing happened. These are not accidents. They're signals, her way of testing whether the door is still open. But by the time she does this, you've already grown past the man who once waited for her attention. You can see her actions clearly for what they are, not as genuine love, but as proof of her regret. And that's when the shift in power is undeniable. The man you've become doesn't chase, doesn't beg, and doesn't return to what once broke him. You've learned the truth. Once someone takes you for granted, they're likely to do it again. Your strength now lies not in going back, but in moving forward. The greatest revenge is not proving her wrong, it's proving yourself right by thriving without her, by building a life that shows she was never the center of your worth. Her regret will follow her quietly. She may smile in public, post pictures with friends, and act like she's fine. But in private, when no one is watching, she'll feel the ache. She'll compare every man she meets to you, and none will measure up. She'll replay memories in her head, wondering why she didn't treat you better, asking herself what she could have done differently. But by then, it no longer matters. You've closed the door, you've moved on. And that is what makes her miss you most, the fact that she can no longer return to what she once had. The man who walks away always wins in the end.